You'll know what those. Thanks again for tuning in to yet another video. Infamous coming at you live from the West Coast, yet again, San Jose, California. So let's go ahead and get into it. I've been getting a ton of questions on my social media. I've been getting questions on YouTube, mainly on Instagram. People have been messaging me, hey, I'm thinking about getting this, Advanblack. I've always made the recommendation, Advanblack, quick, easy install, bolt on. You don't have to worry about anything. Yes, it'll cost you more, but I believe, you know, if you don't have the tools to fabricate a bracket, if you don't have the welder, if you don't have the time, you know, this is just stuff that really depends on you. I'm not a fabricator, but I was able to make this fairing fit on my Sportster. All right, it took me a minute. Of course, I had to chop it, weld it, make sure it was exactly where I liked it, spacing between the tank and the fairing. It took me, you know, a little bit. I'd probably say somewhere maybe 2 to 3 hours probably to fabricate the bracket to make it fit on my Sportster. But that's going to depend on you. Maybe you have the grinder, maybe you have the drill bits, maybe you have the drill press, maybe you have like I said, the cutoff wheel or the bandsaw. Maybe you have that stuff, so you'd probably be able to do the TCMT option. But as far as the easiest bolt-on, it's going to be Advanblack. All right, they have announced that they are bringing this bracket to the Sportster. We just don't know when they're going to release it. So if you guys want to contact Advanblack and ask them, maybe if you guys put, you know, a little bit of pressure on Advanblack to release the Sportster bracket, maybe they'll release it sooner than later, so they can have an idea of what the market is looking at. So like I mentioned, they have the installation brackets for a ton of different models. You guys can see right here the list. They have twin cams, Softails, Dynas, Milwaukee 8s, Lowrider S, Street Bobs. They have all the different brackets. They even have them for the toy models. They have Road Kings. You guys can see them right there. You know, they have plenty of the Heritage, Street Bob, Dyna, Switchback, you know, Dyna Lowrider S, I'm pretty sure as well. They have them all here. And like I mentioned, Advanblack did mention they will have the bracket for Sportster, but please contact Advanblack. So if you're asking me, I'd probably say wait. You know, if you guys are impatient, then the TCMT option is there. But this is a 2022 to 2024 kit. All right. This will fit your Lowrider ST. So if you're looking at this and you have a Lowrider ST, this will bolt on directly. If you have something like a Lowrider S, if you guys seen Blockhead video, he shows you how to install this. You would have to weld a bracket onto your frame, and then of course you also have to drill into your frame to make it fit. I didn't drill any of. I didn't. Well, I did drill into my frame, but not. You know, where you guys probably might think I drilled into. I drilled it underneath the frame, the neck of the frame. It's, you know, structure there. It's fine. There's nothing there. I'll try to release the video. I just don't know when I'll be able to get around to it. What else? Oh yes, Blockhead. He also welded a bracket to the frame. I didn't weld anything onto my Sportster. I didn't want to do that, so I just made one extra hole and then I bolted it to my bracket. I've had it now for over a month, I believe. I've ridden it in 97 miles per hour top speed. I've gone up to Milpitas, down to Morgan Hill. How many miles is that? Probably, what is it? Maybe close to 100 miles, probably. You know, that'd be my longest trip with the fairing. It'd be about 100 miles if I'm correct. Yeah, I'd say it's about 100 miles. Milpitas, Morgan Hill. That's probably my longest with the TCMT fairing so far. You know, as far as within the month, I've already have probably over 600 miles on the fairing, because I commute to work. I take the long way. Typically with the commute, I'm probably doing about maybe 50 to 60 miles a day. So anyways, all right, so like I mentioned, I've been getting questions. This is the kit I got. All right, I got this on sale on Temu for $580, and it's everything that you see here. You get everything you see here. You get the windshield, you get the fairing, you get the inner fairing. It's vivid black, which is fantastic if you have a black bike. I have a Sportster with a custom color on it, so I had to paint it. But the finish itself is fantastic. No blemishes. I was actually really quite impressed with the finish. And you also have the inner fairing, which is also vivid black. But that's the only color you get from TCMT. So this is why I always mention, if you want it color matched, Advanblack is by far the best way to go, because they're pretty solid on the color matching, and the painting alone for this, for the fairing like this alone, you're looking at about $800 plus, depending on the color and stuff like that. So $800 to paint it. We're talking about a basic color. If you're looking for like a red or something like that, you're looking at probably the thousands of dollars to paint the fairing. So there's a good reason to get out of Advanblack right there. Of course, you do have, sorry guys, so of course you do have a clear windshield option. I would say go with the dark smoke. All right, I like the way it looks. It really depends on you. Like I mentioned, this is also included with the bracket. Is this included? Oh, probably not. So with the bracket, it's an additional $160. So the fairing alone is $620. The bracket is $160, and then of course you also have the bracket on the bottom as well. So I got a killer deal. All right, I bought mine on Temu. TCMT had a sale, or maybe Temu had a sale or something like that. I got all of this, which would be somewhere in the $800, because it's $219 with the bracket and the lower bracket, the support bracket, plus the $620. So you're at $840. I got mine for $580 flash sale. So that was one of two reasons why I bought it from TCMT. One, it was $580 with everything you see here: the windshield, the fairing, the inner fairing, the mounting, and the brackets. Both of the brackets, I got mine for $580 flash sale, and I had it in like 3 days. Super quick shipping. I had it in 3 days. The fairing, everything was at my doorstep within 3 days. I got a killer deal for it, and like I said, the reasons why I got it for the Sportster was because of the price, which was fantastic, and the reason number two is Advanblack has yet to release a bracket for the Sportsters. So that was my second reason for just getting the TCMT option, because Advanblack has not released their bracket. So you guys see everything here. If you, like I mentioned, if you have the tools, if you have some fabricating skills, then maybe you might be able to get this to work on your bike. If you want to, like I said, if you want to put the time into it. But a lot of the benefits with the Advanblack, like I mentioned, you have the color option included. You have over 93 colors from Advanblack, right? Depending on the color, let's just select billiard red right here. All right, you're looking at $1,728, $1,730. Like I mentioned, just painting the fairing, and like I mentioned also, the inner fairing is also color matched. So when I was talking about the $800 for the paint, if you're adding the inner fairing, I'm pretty sure the painter's going to charge you for that too as well. So you're looking at over $1,000. And considering the TCMT fairing is already $840, if you were to, of course, paint the fairing and the inner fairing, you're already looking at $1,800, $1,800 for the fairing if you're getting it color matched with your local painter. If you buy from Advanblack, you get the specific bracket for your bike, so you could put it on a 2020 Softail. You could put it on a touring model. You could also put it on a Dyna if you have a Dyna, whatever you have, and it's going to be $1,800. I'm just saying, from Advanblack, it's a solid deal. It's a solid deal. But of course, you also have a shipping time or a wait time of about 4 to 6 weeks. Some people in the Facebook group have mentioned that they've gotten it sooner than that. This was probably when it was first released. Who knows right now? Maybe there's a long wait time. Maybe right now at 4 to 6 weeks. Custom color, same thing, 4 to 6 weeks. So this might just be, as far as the custom color, I'm pretty sure it's going to be 4 to 6 weeks. If you get it unpainted or vivid black, you might get it sooner. So if you get it unpainted, you're still getting it for $1,200. But like I said, the color match is saving you thousands of dollars because it's only an extra $300, right? Or how much is that unpainted? It's an extra $500. It's still cheaper. It's still cheaper to get it painted, shipped, and the main thing is the bracket fits onto your bike. So Advanblack honestly is the better deal. Not only that, but based off of the Facebook group, their customer service is grade A. It's fantastic from what I've seen. People have had imperfections. They shipped them out a new fairing. I've seen people, have a little bit of a defect. They shipped them out another fairing. I've also seen where some of these are. They've broken on the backside of the mounting. We're talking about 6 months down the road. Advanblack goes ahead and ships them a new fairing. So customer service is fantastic. As far as TCMT, I'm not entirely sure about the customer service. I've owned their products for a while. They've messaged me directly on my Instagram when I do make videos on their products. One of the issues, of course, was the engine guard had a wrong bolt size, and they messaged me and they said that they were addressing the issue. So from what I've seen as well on other people's videos, when it comes to TCMT, the customer service seems to be pretty good as well. I just don't know if it's as good as Advanblack, considering 6 months to a year after making your purchase, they're still helping out their customers, which is great. That's I say that'd be one of the reasons why you want to get a Advanblack. People have been messaging me about the bracket from Advanblack. Advanblack does not sell the bracket. If you want their bracket, you have to buy the fairing from them, because I've had multiple people send me messages about buying the TCMT option and then buying the bracket from Advanblack. Advanblack does not sell the bracket by itself. You have to get the fairing. But like I mentioned, getting the color matched option and the bracket alone, it's well worth the extra. What is it right here? $1,000 if you get like a specific color. I think it's worth the extra $1,000. Especially if you're not. If you don't have the tools for this, if you don't have the skill for this, I would say get the color match. Let's go ahead and look at what is it? White sand pearl. Do they have white sand pearl? Let's see. Do they have it? Look at all these colors, man. There's so many colors here that you guys can pick from. Sand, denim, silver. Do they have it? Here it is. White sand pearl right here. So if you have a 2023, there it is. If you have a 2023 Lowrider S, 1728 color matched inner fairing, of course, as well. You have the color matched inner fairing. It's gonna bolt up to your Lowrider S 2023, no issues at all. Man, that's like I said, it's a good finish. People have, I haven't dealt with it personally, but based off of the Facebook feedback, from what I've seen, it looks pretty good. So, that's just my two cents. If you're still wondering about TCMT or Advanblack, I would say go with the Advanblack. You save yourself time and money in the long run, even though you are paying probably $1,000 more. But if you have a vivid black, you're only paying an additional $700, $600 to $700. They also sometimes they have specials, so you could probably wait around Black Friday I would say they just had a sale recently, Memorial Day. I believe they had a 10% discount. They might have a sale now because of Sturgis. So follow them on Instagram. Visit their social media. Maybe they'll have some kind of a discount. But I would say just ease of use, bolt on, and then the color match. Go with the Advanblack. You also have warranty. You don't have to worry about it. And they're pretty quick about shipping and all this other stuff. So thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching yet another video. Contact Advanblack and ask them when the Sportster bracket will be out. That way, I'm also wondering myself. And then, of course, if they announce anything, I'll keep you guys posted if you guys still want to install this on a Sportster. So life's a risk. Life's a risk. Get out there and ride. Later.